Hey there kids, it's Foxerific-a-Rooney here with Merwin, my 1-year-old now, and Darla. All the ladies of the house are here. The boy cats are running around outside someplace. Anyway, we ladies thought we would make for you today a latch hook video. Yeah, we're going to be happy hookers, girls. So, let me show you. Let's get this show on the road. Okay, so when I was little, one of the first projects I ever did was a latch hook rug that, it was of a rooster. My mother bought it for me at the yarn shop in Rhode Island. Wakefield, Rhode Island, for anybody from Wakefield. It was what was it called? I can't remember. I want to say the Stitchery, but that's different. That was in Wellesley, Massachusetts, and that was a few years later. I think the Stitchery was based in Wellesley or something. Correct me. Anybody, feel free to correct me. So anyway, these days it's all online pretty much for me, and I love Joann's website, and Smiley's yarn is also good. But a couple years ago, times were I knew I wouldn't get to this back then, but I knew in the future I would probably have a yen to do some latch hook. So I got a few kits that I really liked, and I just set them aside. So they haven't even been opened until just now. So these have been fermenting for like 2 years. So let's see what we got. This is poppies. A poppy. And I just like the colors. I love flowers. And I thought that was really pretty. So this is an unboxing. Oh, maybe I could get the camera. Okay, if you hear any barking, that's just Darla doing her job. So, okay, this is the poppy latch hook. Yeah, I need to put this against a white background or a plain background so that we can see it. A little difficult to see. Ooh, look at the yarn. Oh, holy stromboli. Woo! Isn't that yummy? Oh, I love those bright colors. Snazzy, snazzy, snazzy. Yeah, and they're all the same. Packaged up identically. Now these things are a little tricky, latch hooks, at least this company. I'm not sure if all the companies do this. But you really have to watch your pattern. There it is. So this is my color chart. Put that over here. And this, yeah, this is like the one I'm working on. I had an idea the other day. I've got some colored pencils coming in the mail. I have virtually no art supplies right now, almost nothing. I have some colored markers, and that's about it. But see how all this is just goes by shapes? And so you're looking at this chart and you're matching up all the little weird icons that are on here, and you're supposed to follow this religiously. Otherwise, you're not going to have the right color yarn. I did that with my first one. I'll have to show you my Seraptor hanging. And I didn't pay attention to the chart, and I was kind of like out of yarn. So places that were supposed to be gray ended up being white because that was the one I had enough yarn for. I mean, I didn't completely run out of yarn. I just didn't have the right yarn in the where it was the right color in the right slot. So I learned the hard way that you have to look at all these funky little icons like this. There's like this black square. You look it up on the key over here, and black square equals black yarn. So that's a little fussy. So I thought I would get my colored pencils and go in and just color in over the icon so I can go, that's orange. And also it'll show the picture of it right there on the chart, because this is the only full color picture of it they give you, which is like on the cover. And yeah, I guess I could I pull that off? No, it's sort of, it's glued pretty tightly on the cover, so I couldn't really pull it off. But let's just open up these new ones, these old new ones, and give this canvas some chance to flatten out. You know, I think I'll put them up on my wall, just this way. Oh, let's do this so we can kind of see what we're looking at already. Oh, I'm just full of ideas. Hang on. Okay, so there's the poppy up on the wall. It's rather faint, but if you can see it, they don't use all the colors that are in your yarn. They use, I think, any kind of colors that will contrast, so that is not a good guide. It's just to show you that it's a different color. So of course these are the true colors here, which is very, you know, reddish and orange, and they're similar. You know, there's the skein like that. So that's, of course, those are the true colors, and this is going to be beautiful. And I don't know if I might sell them or not. Maybe. We'll see just how long it takes me to get through all of these. So I'm going to put up the other ones. Okay, well, this is a little bit of a surprise, this one. That's a unicorn, and apparently you're supposed to draw in your own pattern on the canvas. And the instructions are extremely vague, but it is like squared off. So I guess I'm going to be counting squares for one thing. Yeah. Okay. Surprise! This is huge, but a lion should be. Let me show you the actual colors. Like I said, they make it all funky, like rainbow colors, I guess, so you can kind of tell the difference. But this is the same company that did the poppy, but obviously that unicorn one is a different company, and I will make sure to avoid them in the future. Here is what the lion is supposed to look like. There we go. I love lions. I'm a Leo. Love the big cats. And here's the actual yarn. So, beautiful colors. Okay, so those are future projects. And might as well, you know, you can tell this is a big project, the lion, because look at all the yarn. There's like a box. Mucho yarn, at least I'd say it looks like 20 skeins or so. So, I think I started with the right one. I like unicorns and lions, which is, isn't that Great Britain's coat of arms, a lion and a unicorn? Which is cool because my ancestors were Welsh, so it all blends in there. I'm just over here getting my current project out. So I guess I'll finish up the one I'm on, and then go to the poppies, and maybe try and struggle with that unicorn and save the lion for last, or maybe jump back and forth, because if I try and just do the lion, I'm going to get dead sick of it and I'll give up on it. So maybe I'll go pop back and forth between the unicorn and the lion. Wow. I was going to get, they've got several other big cat latch hooks. It's like a series, a snow leopard and a tiger, I think. And I think there's actually 4 in all. And I was tempted to get all of them, but seeing how huge they are, it's going to be a while before I'm going to feel up to doing more of them. Wow, I could, but if I sold that lion, he would bring in some good money, wouldn't he? That's going to be a lot of labor. And it's going to be a nice wall hanging. Really impressive. I mean, you wouldn't want to put your feet on that face, would you? I wouldn't. Way too big for a pillow. But yeah, well, you could do a rug or a wall hanging. The poppy could be a pillow, and the unicorn could be a pillow. Okay, let's show you what I've actually got going on here. Okay, so this is my drawing. This is the finish. This is just on the box. This is what hopefully it's going to look like in the end. It's just a nice little unicorn. And here's the actual project. They told you to tape little pieces of yarn next to each color so you know what's going on. But they've got all these little, let's see, you know, they've got all these weird little symbols, and it's very time consuming to have to keep going back and seeing what is what. So what I do, I'm doing it row by row, and I take my pencil and check off the row when I finish it. So as you can see, where are you? Okay. Okay, these little check marks here, those are the rows I finished. But what I have to do is I look at each row and I lay out this pieces of yarn I need for each row in order, which means the cats have to leave the room. But so like here I've got 2 black squares, 1 diamond, 1 hatched circle, and that's all in the key. So that means the black square is navy, the diamond is, I have to look them up every single time. Medium blue, and then I come over here, navy is this one, medium blue is this one, and these two are so similar in color that the only way I can tell them apart is by the way they're wound. One is wound very tight. This one's wound a lot tighter than all the other yarn. But I can see in this light that is slightly, very slightly grayer than this one. But it just depends on the lighting in the room. So I'm definitely going to get out my colored pencils and really just get this all colored in properly so that it will actually look very much like, oops, here we are. Look very much like the box. So that'll speed things up, I think. 'Cause this is a little too intense. This is supposed to be fun, not brain surgery. Was it brain science and rocket surgery? So anyway, yeah, this is going to be one of my 2015 I'm not sure if you're seeing this upside down. No, I don't think you are. My screen is upside down because I've got this is a really weird camera angle. But I think you're okay with it. But this is going to be one of my Year of the Muse projects, is getting to my latch hook. So anyway, I'm anxious to get these done, either for myself or maybe to sell the finished product or give as a gift the finished product. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, yeah, now this was my first, so far my only finished latch hook. The Ceraptor / alicorn / winged unicorn, which I hate to call it because that's a whole other video. Let's see. Let me show you. Okay, this is what happens when you don't follow the pattern religiously. Ran out of the blue yarn right here. This is supposed to be the moon, but the moon's got a flat tire. Shh. And also had white left over, ran out of black. And all I had was white, so we got a little bit of, whoops, shh, don't tell anybody. So, it's handmade. And it's sagging a little. I'll have to figure out a way to do it. The back, I just put tape on it. That's just like the white duct tape. And I went through and I trimmed all of the ends so it's somewhat, level. I see there's always going to be spots that you miss, but you don't want to trim it down to nothing, so watch out there. Don't go crazy with the scissors, but let's see. Yeah, this is a better way to show you. You could stitch that. That probably would be better to stitch it. Get some carpet, what do they call it? Carpet thread, the really thick thread, and a big metal needle, and really give it a nice stitching. I think you could also, you get like the wide binding tape, which I guess you would do instead of the duct tape. I don't know. But all I had at the time was duct tape, but I figured that's good enough for me, and I can always redo this. And if I wanted to make this a rug, I could, but I would change the way it's been bound. But anyway, yeah, that's also from the same company that did the poppy and the big lion, but not the weird little frustrating unicorn. So this has been Fox, and thanks so much for watching me, and appreciate all the subscriptions, and thank you so much for everything, and I hope you enjoyed this latch hook extravaganza. Let me know if you're working on latch hook too, and if you have some ideas on how I'm supposed to proceed with this blank unicorn graft thing. I'd love to know. Otherwise I'm gonna Google it. Maybe there's something on YouTube I can watch about how to do this tricky, weird one. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. So long.